What's up guys, how you doing? Today I want to give you my thoughts about the micro pistols, the two rivals, P365 from SIG Sauer and the 43X from Glock. Which one is better? Which one do you like better? I just shot both at the range and I want to give you my first impressions. So first, let's see them in action, then let's take a closer look, and in the end I'm going to tell you my impressions of which one is going to be my everyday carry. So when we look at the size of both pistols, we notice that they're more or less the same sized. Well, the 43X has the full-sized grip. The 365 gives you options. You can have the half of the length of the grip, or you can insert the magazine that gives you the full length, or you can also switch out the grip module that gives you the full length. So I kind of like that because for me, when it comes to EDC, the most important thing is comfort. Because if it's not comfortable, if it's inconvenient, I'm just not gonna take it. I live in a crazy city, but not in a crazy neighborhood. So shit happens, but for the most part can be avoided. So for me to be motivated to carry an EDC, it has to be convenient, it has to be easy, it has to be simple. And that means lightweight, small design, easy concealability. We all know micro pistols are very snappy. So it doesn't have to be a perfect shooter, but you want to be able to have quick follow-up shots. In any self-defense situation, it almost never happened that someone took one shot and they were like, okay, this is good enough, and then they moved on with their life, right? Most of the time they dumped the entire mag, or at least half. I put it to the test back to back at the shooting range, and I'm here to report my findings. P365, I'm a huge fan of it. I love how it looks. I love SIG Sauer. I love the design of it. It just looks so good to me. For whatever reason, it just makes me think of some kind of covert operations secret agent pistol. It's just badass. When it comes to shooting it, there's a pro and there's a con. So the pro is that I love SIG Sights. The green sight on this pistol is awesome. I find it quickly, and this pistol is accurate. The first time I ever shot it, I dumped the mag in the paper and I was pretty much bullseyeing the whole thing. I was shocked because it felt snappy in my hand. And I thought I was gonna miss every shot, but somehow I was in that 10 every single time. So I was like, wow, it doesn't feel good in my hand, but it points very well, it shoots well, I'm on target with it. But like I said, it's snappy. That thing kicks like a horse. When I shoot the little P365, I feel like I'm shooting a freaking 1911 45. That thing just kicks back, it's almost scary. I know a lot of women and inexperienced people like to get the 365 as their everyday carry. I'm not sure if it's the best option for them. Yes, it's small, yes, it's awesome, but at the same time, that thing kicks. I mean, it's not an easy pistol to shoot at all. So now let's look at its rival, the Glock 43X. Here are my impressions. It also has a pro and it has a con. So what is the pro? The recoil on the 43X is not nearly as bad as the 365. It kicks, but it doesn't kick like a goddamn horse. That thing is just a lot smoother when it comes to shooting, probably because of the angle of the grip, as well as the low bore axis. That thing just feels great in your hands when you shoot it. Also, if you're someone that has shot a lot of, let's say, Glock 17 or Glock 19 or Glock 45, when you grab that 43X, it has that familiar feeling. You automatically feel comfortable with it in your hands. So from the comfort standpoint and the follow-up shots, I would say 43X feels better. It's a better feeling handgun. It's an easier shooter. So what is the con when it comes to the 43X? Just like every single person in the world who has shot Glock, I hate the sights on that Glock. I mean, that thing is just all over the place. It's not good. It makes you have to take a while to figure it out. I don't like that. No one likes that. 90% of people go and switch out the sights on their Glock, and I think you should too. It's an easy fix, so it's not a huge con, but it's gonna cost you probably another $100 to get a new set of sights. So another important thing to mention is the magazine capacity. When it comes to the P365, the smallest version has 10 rounds. If you get the extended mag, you're gonna get 12 rounds. If you get Mag Guts aftermarket spring, you can get additional 2, so up to 14. The 43X comes only with 10 rounds, but for the Glock 43X there is an aftermarket magazine that brings you up to 15 rounds. Okay, so if I put them side by side, which one works better for me? Well, if I'm honest, I like to have both. The P365 can be made into a smaller pistol with a smaller handle. So if I'm comfortable with only having 10 rounds and I want to have a very, very small, slim pistol in my pocket, I will take the SIG P365. But if I can allow for a little bit more of the grip length, I will go with the Glock 43X, simply because in my opinion it's a better shooter and I'm more confident with the follow-up shots on the 43X. Now if you want to get the 43X, do yourself a favor and get the MOS version for two reasons. Number one, you can put an optic on it, you can put a red dot on it, and number two, it has a rail so you can add a light or other accessories such as maybe a laser or a thumb rest or something like that. To sum it up, SIG, smaller, more precise, better sights, snappier. Glock, slightly larger, terrible sights, accurate but I would think not as accurate, but feels way smoother when you shoot it. So, what is your choice? Which one is your favorite? Tell me in the comments, I'm really curious to hear. Until next time.